Listen, I think Vaush is trash, okay? And if you actually genuinely do watch Vaush on a regular basis, you also know he's trash, which makes me wonder, why do you keep writing into us, urging us to have that trash on our show? And yes, Vaush, I think you're garbage. I think you're trash.
So as I said, Vaush has kind of been at war with TYT, throwing a lot of bombs their way, calling them grifters, saying that they're going to the right wing, attacking them on basically every front, from their coverage of Russia-Ukraine to Anna's recent controversial statements about the trans activist community and inclusive language like birthing person. He also recently attacked them for a video that I thought was pretty based, where they were discussing kind of the implosion of Justice Democrats and the disappointments that the progressives in Congress have been. So it's been a mixed bag from Vaush. You know, I totally agree with a lot of his criticisms of TYT. Zach and I have obviously been incredibly critical of TYT, but he's also gone a little bit too far, in my opinion, and criticize them for things which honestly I don't think they deserve to be criticized for. So honestly, I don't really have a team in this battle. I'm kind of just watching as someone who both agrees and disagrees with both sides of the fight on different issues. It's been kind of interesting. Usually I'm firmly on one side when it comes to these sort of beefs. But like I said, Vaush has been getting really vicious, really aggressive in his anti-TYT coverage. And finally, Cenk and Ana responded on the main show. This was pretty unhinged. I think you guys are going to enjoy this little clip.
There. All right. Benjamin Gilbert Liff, brother, gave a lot of money for me to read this comment, so we'll do it. Cenk, so Vaush responded to the clip review yesterday by saying that he's not a grifter and that he thinks there's a gas leak at TYT. Okay, that seems clever. He said he thinks very highly of you and Ana. Well, he has a curious way of showing it.
He calls people that he thinks highly of bitches and the R word. Is that what he does? That's what he does?
Yeah, he's got a curious way of showing that high regard, but feels justified in informing his audience that he disagrees and was shocked by the response he got for Ana.
Listen, I think Vaush is trash. Okay. And if you actually genuinely do watch Vaush on a regular basis, you also know he's trash, which makes me wonder, why do you keep writing into us, urging us to have that trash on our show? And yes, Vaush, I think you're garbage. I think you're trash. Found a lot of interesting things about what you had to say about the transgender community. Tried to scrub the internet of those videos. I found them. Really curious why you thought it was okay to say the kinds of things about them that you did, including the fact that you think that they have mental illness. They're struggling with mental illness. That's what this is about. They're the most toxic people on the internet. I've got the receipts. I'm ready to show them. But calling me a bitch turf because I just don't think that it's, politically advantageous to refer to women as birthing people or people with a uterus, that's terrible. I can't do that. But you can say some of the most disgusting things about the transgender community and then pretend like you have the moral high ground. You're garbage, Vaush. I don't respect you, which is why I don't want to talk to you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Put up the video.
So, look, guys.
Where are those receipts, Ana? I want to see them. That's great content for us. What are you holding back for? What are you holding back for, Ana? One, I would wager that Vaush knows that those videos are out there. I don't think it's necessarily the huge upper hand that Ana is about to think that she plays for itself. It would be kind of like and again, I don't know for sure, but it's kind of like every time that I say something nice about Kyle and somebody's like, do you remember what Kyle's Twitter was like in 2012? And I'll be like, yeah, I actually do know what Kyle's Twitter was like. And you're just gonna excuse that? I'm like, I don't know. I think he's grown. I don't know. Seems like a pretty good guy to me now. I don't think he really feels any, it's just like, yeah, it was fucking cringy, bro. But a lot of people did cringy shit in 2012. It was 11 years ago. And one of those kinds of videos, but honestly, love to see the left on left infighting like this. Boy, this is how we accomplish our goals.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy, and we're not even like halfway through it yet. But holy shit, Ana loves to come with some blackmail, doesn't she? Right? You know what I'm saying? She does love to come with a little bit of blackmail, a little bit of a threat of that.
She always teases it, but she never fucking throws it out.
I know, right? Oh God. Anyway,
and the other thing I did. Oh. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, no. The other thing that I was going to mention. Oh, and also shout out to Walter for being a member for 1 month. And it just seems hateful to me why I don't watch TYT. Yeah. What I was going to add is that she's seems to have like a very low opinion of Vaush because he like called her out one time, but she didn't apply any of that animosity to Ben Shapiro, who is just inarguably by basically every fucking metric far worse than Vaush, right? And we've debated Vaush, like we have a fucking shitload of disagreements with Vaush politically, like for sure. Like I mean, I think that he was absolutely, I think he's a huge pessimist. I think he's a liberal. I think that, you know, his analysis is rooted in that for sure. But at the end of the day, you can't call him like worse than Ben Shapiro, which is why I just think it's so funny that Ana would like pop off like weeks after just having like the most civil, respectful conversation with like one of the worst, most odious actors on for the Republican Party.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little bit hypocritical because, like, don't get me wrong, part of me does admire Anna's fire towards Vaush. I get it. He said some nasty shit about you. I get wanting to punch back. But you were just like, Ben Shapiro, you're one of the most reasonable people on the right. We can totally get along and talk about our disagreements in a respectful way. But Vaush calling me a bitch is going too far. All right, whatever. You went on Vaush's show like 6 months ago, and I'm trying to find the clip. I saw it on Twitter this morning. I'm trying to find it again to play it for you guys. But at the end of Anna's last conversation with Vaush, because like I said, she went on his stream to be interviewed. At the end of his stream, she was like, you know, Vaush, I just wanted to say, when I announced that I was going on your show, a bunch of these fucking people on Twitter started whining and calling me out and saying, how dare you talk to Vaush? Vaush is problematic. And I was just like, fuck those people. I'll talk to whoever I want. I like you, Vaush, so I want to chat. That was her opinion about Vaush before Vaush started going after her personally. But Vaush calling people the R word or calling people bitches, that's nothing new. And seemingly Ana had no problem with that kind of rhetoric from Vaush, like I said, until Vaush turned on her. So I do think it's a little bit hypocritical of Ana to all of a sudden start pearl clutching about Vaush's naughty language and the fact that he uses mean words. Because like I said, you didn't seem to have a problem with it until it was directed against you. Also, like, I'm not 100% sure what videos she's referencing when she says like, oh, I got some, you know, some old videos of you talking shit on trans people that you tried your best to hide. I'm about to unearth them. I'm not sure if she means like videos of Vaush like genuinely saying those things as if like that's what he believed at that time, or if she's talking about like clips of Vaush being edgy. Because I have seen clips of Vaush from like 2019 where he's saying things like, you know, like trans people are the most annoying people in the world, like they all have a mental illness. But he was just
I have seen that clip going
right, but he was being like edgy and he wasn't actually like being transphobic, you know what I'm saying? Like he was doing it kind of like because a lot of his audience is trans, and he was saying like, you know, you guys are so fucking annoying, like that kind of a thing. And those clips have already gone around a million times. I don't think reposting that's gonna lead anyone to change their opinion on Vaush. Like I said, there's already like 500 clips of Vaush going over the line, being super cringy, that are floating around on the internet. I don't think that's going to take him down.
The thing I can't stand is when people say crazy, horrible things about us, and they go, "What? Why are you grabbing me? Why are you grabbing me?"
Attention. He wants it so bad. Congratulations, Vaush. You got the attention you so desperately want. You're trash. That's what I think of you.
Yes, way
it's
more.
Like, well, I'm just calling you guys the R word and then stuff. But why are you attacking me? Okay, so guys, it's not just about Vaush. To
all of this fear-mongering about the use of the R word, your channel's literally called the Young Turks.
Yeah. Save me the fucking pearl clutching, bro. Like we criticize Vaush all the time. Obviously, he's, you know, one of the boogeymen of our show. I'm not trying to like sit here defending him, but give me a break. He said the R word, bro. There's a clip of you saying the fucking N word like a million times that you can find by just typing it into Twitter. Shut the fuck up.
All the criers out there who say horrible things about us, and then when we tweak you back, I don't need your stupid tears. Go away, okay? So fine, you like, I mean, what am I gonna, like, look, I'm willing to talk to almost anybody. So you want to debate, what are we gonna debate? I don't even, your positions are not consistent. So am I debating the Vaush that hates trans people or the Vaush pretending to love trans people? I don't know who I'm debating.
What's hot right now online?
Where's the money? Where's the money?
Yeah.
Oh, have I got you to talk about me?
Telling on yourself, right?
Your algorithm?
Telling on themselves so hard right now. it's crazy. This is also what passes for comedy on TYT guys nowadays. It's really sad. This is the equivalent of them doing a bit. Like, this is him thinking that he's on a roll right now. I'm like, wow. This is why they should have invested a little bit more money in talent. Maybe they'd be a little more relevant, guys. Okay, Gavin and I are about as irrelevant as it fucking gets in this business, right? But we debated Vaush the other day. 100,000 views on that clip. What's up? These guys over here, go to the TYT main channel. Go to the TYT channel. They're not getting ass loads more engagement than that on a miscellaneous clip when they're debating people. You know what I mean? So for them to kind of come out here and posture like Vaush is so jealous of them and trying to get them to give him attention, it does kind of show like a lack of self-awareness. Like, TYT is so like crumbling in its relevancy. I mean, they couldn't even retain Nina Turner, guys. Like, Nina Turner should have been a powerhouse for this network if they'd known how to utilize her. Her assets and stuff. Like, she would have been a force on the ground doing, reporting, town hall style, doing all that kind of stuff. But they, kind of shuttered her into a corner because Cenk can't give up any main primetime airtime. It's got to be his face up there. Otherwise, oh God, what's going on? We know that directly from people who have worked with Cenk. The dude's obsessed with seeing himself on TV after all these fucking years. It's insane. But anyway, that's the other part of this that I thought was fucking hilarious, is the fact that they act like Vaush, probably one of the most prominent left-wing shows on YouTube right now, is somehow like grasping after them for engagement. It's kind of like when people in our audience are like, why are you guys giving Vaush the time of day? It's like, bro, do you not realize how many people we reach when we talk to that fucking guy? It's important.
Totally. Just a couple seconds left on this.
Oh, guys, there's a literal cottage industry of people being paid, but through the views, etc., to attack us and then pretend that they're not.
Like they're trash. Exactly.
They're being paid through the views and stuff. Oh, like the same way that you guys make money. And I think I tried to make it sound like, oh, the people attack TYT. Like, he almost tried to imply that, oh, they're being paid by, like, I don't know, fucking the Koch brothers or the RNC or something. But then he's like, by the ad revenue, just like how I make money also. Let's look at that one more time.
Ooh, guys, there's a literal cottage industry of people being paid, but through the views, etc., to attack us.
Yeah, bro, you could say that about your fucking channel too, and everything you attack, whether it's Donald Trump or fucking Steven Crowder or anyone else. Like, yeah, that is YouTube, bro. You do it too. You do it too. You go after channels that are bigger than you. You make fun of people that are bigger than you all the time. That's literally just how fucking political YouTube works. So stop fucking bitching about it. If we were so big that we had 5 million subscribers here at the Vanguard, I think we would be more than happy to accept the fact that that would mean that a bunch of people would make videos talking shit on us, right? Like, would you trade having 5 million subscribers if that meant that there would be, 20 or 30 channels that popped up whose sole purpose was to shit on us? Of course I would make that trade. I don't give a shit. Who cares what a bunch of random sub 10K channels are saying about me? I don't fucking care.
We already have a bunch of people that hate us on the internet. Fuck if I care. It never makes a goddamn bit of difference in my life at all, which is what's crazy about it. And here's the other thing I know from good account from people who have worked with the man himself. Cenk Uygur, he's not above watching our fucking videos. And I'll tell you what, I never, ever even think about watching the shows that just make content about us. It would be, why would I do that? Why would I ever do that? Because he has a pathology where it drives him to have to watch people like us shred him. I don't know why. I don't have that pathology, thank God. And I think that gives us some wiggle room to grow, because I could take a lot more shit than the internet is throwing at me right now. I promise.
Yeah, exactly. So again, when it comes to the substance, I think there's a lot of valid reasons to criticize Vaush. We did literally an 1.5 hour long show the other day where we reacted to Vaush's video criticizing TYT's take on the Justice Democrat situation. And we were calling out Vaush every time he opened his mouth. We were disagreeing with him basically constantly throughout the entire course of that stream. So it's not like Vaush is above criticism, far from it. I think when it comes to policy substance, there's so much room to criticize Vaush on, specifically when it comes to stuff like foreign policy. We've had these discussions a million times, right? So if they had come out here and said, here's our response to what Vaush is saying about us, here's why we feel differently, I don't give a shit about that at all. I think that would be totally reasonable. What I will not stand for, though, is this fucking pearl clutching and this tone policing that, by the way, you guys participated in back in the day. If you guys pull up clips from TYT from like 2012, you'll hear them talking about, oh, like, isn't Britney Spears such a fucking whore? Look at her walking around with her vag hanging out. Isn't that gross? Like, literally, like
the camel
shaming,
clip.
the camel toe. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of content they were doing. And by the way, I think it's stupid when people pull up those clips to tone police them too. I don't give a shit that they did that content. It is what it is. It was kind of shock jock bullshit. I don't personally take offense to it. But since that's how you guys got your start and how you fucking buttered your bread, isn't it a little bit hypocritical of you to now turn around and tone police some other guy who's being edgy on YouTube just because he's shitting on you now? When again, Ana Kasparian had no problem going on his show, complimenting him and dissing all of his critics at the time before he started directing that sort of fire towards him. Before he started directing that fire towards her. So I think that's pretty hypocritical. That being said, love to see some good, juicy drama like this. Hopefully a debate happens soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be really interesting to watch those two hash it out and get some good old fashioned discourse going. Vanguard will be there.
I do want to play this clip real quick too. This is Vaush responding to some of TYT's comments from his stream the other day. Let me pull that up real quick. Here we go.
And call you a grifter. Let's go. Getting called a grifter by someone who works at TYT. An interesting. Let's see how it works out for them. It's a fascinating move, you know?
Gilbert Liff writes in, Cenk, can you
get?
All right, Benjamin Gilbert Liff writes in.
Knew it. Benjamin! Are you creating drama? You scamp. You rapscallion.
Cenk, can you debate Vaush? He said he wasn't opposed to the idea, and I think it would be really good. We need left unity, oh boy. And the best way to get it is to confront those who disagree. So I hear you, and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going on everybody's show and taking the fight to them. But, look,
come on our show, Jay.
Because
yeah, I was about to say everybody's show. We've been criticizing you for a lot longer than Vaush has, just saying.
Come on, we can even, if you don't like how the debate goes, Cenk, you and I can do 9 rounds. We'll get all oiled up in front of everybody. We'll see how it goes.
Well, was Cenk the one saying that he bench presses like 270 or whatever?
Yeah, I said horse shit. I want to see it. I said, I don't care what you bench. I'm fast.
It literally pays to. That's how these media platforms are now structured. If you attack people who are bigger than you, you get into their algorithm loops and you make money. So
that's true. That's true, of course. I mean, obviously, literally all content creators and people who make any kind of media will talk about things that are popular because popular things are more relevant, and that, like, there is obviously like a correlative relationship between addressing things that are relevant and addressing things that are good for your channel. I mean, that's me, TYT, that's everyone,
They're incentivized, whether they agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. They're going to pretend to disagree. In Vaush's case,
okay, well, hold on, okay. I got along with Ana Kasparian, and I've never really been that negative with Cenk for years. And the thing that made me turn on them was when they suddenly started changing their messaging. Ana Kasparian's like, I'm politically homeless, while agreeing with Adam and Stitch. They both did a thing recently where they talked about how they were I think they've rebranded, okay? They're not progressives anymore or something. They're called like mainstream progressive. Did anyone see that? Where they were like, okay, to sell our new ideology, we're now mainstream progressive. And by mainstream progressive, what we mean is that we agree with the silent majority on progressive issues and not these wedge, hypersensitive lefty issues that tear the coalition apart. You know what I mean? Did anyone else see that bit? It's like silent majority posting. You know what I mean?
I think he's very much pretending. I don't know why he's pretending. I barely know anything about the dude.
It's for money, and you know a little bit. We have at least one thing in common, Cenk. Real Jenkers will know.
I don't know what a Vaush is. I don't know if that's his name or something else. So
Anyway, if you
Was
want
that
to
in
cry
reference
about
to
something,
Benjamin.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
I
forgot I
was
was playing the video. Not anyway.
No, yeah, you're good. I was just gonna say, was that we have one thing in common, real Jankers know, is that they probably grew up in the same neighborhood? Because I know that Vaush grew up in like Beverly Hills and then Cenk and OC, or I don't know what that was in reference to.
I think he was just talking about like how Vaush used to be a right winger back in the day, and now he just is a
Oh, he
lefty.
did?
Cenk?
No, Vaush. I knew Cenk used to be a right.
Yeah, well, I think he was saying because Cenk was accusing him of just like lying about being a lefty and saying what's political. I think Vaush was like turning the joke back on him and being like, "Oh, you think I do that? Well, that means you also do that because you used to be a Republican and now you're a progressive."
Oh, I see. Well, now I feel dumb because I thought that there was maybe some more niche dirt that we could plow into. I think it was more innocuous than that. Maybe. All right.
I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what he meant though.
Alas,
It's
soldier
AirPods.
on.
Just the flex for the video you know is going to show on stream. Gotta be like, yeah, man, I donated to get the. I drop huge donos. I started this drama. My AirPods are at full charge. Thank you. Just.
if he wants to cry about something, he can go ahead and cry, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay? Matt Gaetz on a white.
I will cry. Thank you. I love crying. I'm an emboldened.
Oh, it might have been the horse dick thing. Yeah, I think you're right, Iana. I think it was. Remember when that clip of Cenk went around where he was like defending bestiality, and he was like, oh, like I don't understand why people get so mad at people for fucking animals. You would think that like wouldn't the horse like that? They're going nah, nah. Like it was some cringy joke that Cenk had. I think Vaush was referencing that because of he also has like the horse fucking meme.
Ah, I see. Shout out to Iana for coming in. The other YouTube anthologist of the Casa del Vanguard for sure. So yeah, thanks for coming in clutch with that one. A little context there. It's the horse cock thing. I missed that whole deal. I'm not surprised that Cenk defended bestiality. I'm a little surprised if Vaush defended bestiality. Come on, Vaush.
There's just a meme in Vaush, and if for you guys watching that aren't like in deep on all of this fucking lore, you're probably like, what the fuck is going on? But
that's
there is
me right now. I'm also you.
There's like a meme in Vaush's community where he used to post on like Discord about how beautiful horse cock was. And how yeah.
That's okay. That's actually a funny bit. All right, I'm laughing. Never mind. That was good. That's so problematic, but also hilarious.
New mail, all right, and I will cry. Ideally, directly to Cenk. You know, I'd love to talk to him. I find Cenk deeply appealing in a way that it kind of like in the reverse of how I feel about Ana Kasparian now, because I always felt like Ana Kasparian was like a great advocate, very strong and surefire and level-headed. But this latest like Karen white woman tears bullshit just is so repellent to me.
That's true.
But Cenk is so hard-headed and so funny and so obstinate and so like goofy that it's I quite like him, even if I disagree with him on a decent amount. So it's, you know, yeah.